Hey guys, it's Whitney, and today I wanted to do a story time with you guys and tell you about the time I got my nose pierced. So if you want to hang out and have some laughs and talk about the time I got my nose pierced, then keep on watching. If you're new here, I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. And if you're liking this video while you're watching it, please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel and it makes my day. So let's go ahead and jump on into this awful story time. So the story starts out in 2019. It was January. January 3rd was the day that I got my nose pierced. And the month before that, all in December of 2018, I was going crazy because I didn't know, should I get my nose pierced? Should I not get my nose pierced? So I kind of went through this like tug of war in my head for a whole freaking month on whether or not to get my nose pierced. I was like, I don't want to ruin my face, but I think it looks super cute, you know? So it was like, oh, do it, do it, do it. You look so cute. And then the side was like, no, don't do it. What if you get that dreaded nose bump? What would you do? And so I just went crazy for a whole month. I drove my whole family crazy. They were like, Whitney, just get your nose pierced, you know? Like, just go do it. You're going crazy. Anyways, I finally decided, okay, I'm going to just do this. I really want to do it. I think it would look super cute. I really, really want to get my nose pierced. So it was January 3rd of 2019 when me and my husband went to a tattoo piercer. I have amazing reviews online, so I was not too worried. I was like, okay, whatever. I think I'll be okay. So we got there around the afternoon and I filled out all the paperwork. I was so nervous filling it out. My hands were like all sweaty. I was just like, I can't believe I'm doing this. So the guy was super cool. He was really nice and chill. And so he took me and my husband back to the room where I was going to get my nose pierced, and he sanitized everything. He cleaned my nose properly, I guess, and he did my nose piercing. I ended up getting it pierced over here on my left side, and I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. So he calmed my nerves down really well, because it is kind of nerve-wracking when you're going to have a needle shoved through your nose. It's kind of nerve-wracking. Yeah, it really is. And my mistake was I watched like a million YouTube videos and other people getting their nose pierced, and I was like, whoa, that looks like it might hurt a little. So he marked my nose, he shoved the needle through there, and I was amazed I made it because I was afraid. But honestly, guys, it did not hurt as nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna hurt. There was obviously some pain, but it did not hurt as bad as I had anticipated and had built it up into my mind. I got my nose pierced, we left the shop, and I got in the car and I was looking at it and I was so excited. I sent a picture to one of my friends. I was just over the moon happy. I thought it was just amazing. And everything went well the rest of the day. So I had done a ton of research before I got my nose pierced just to be prepared and know what I needed and all that good stuff. So I had my wound wash. I was very sanitary. I was very careful about what I put around my nose. And I was just super duper cautious. Like, I did exactly everything that I was supposed to do. And it was looking good for the first couple of weeks. I even went out. Like, guys, I'm serious. I was kind of just crazy. I went to Walmart and I bought 3XL t-shirts because I sleep with a body pillow. And I made like these like pillowcases. Like, I would pull the t-shirt over top of the body pillow because I was like, I'm gonna keep this nose clean. I'm gonna do everything I need to do. I didn't even take like any baths. I did not go swimming. I was a good girl. Like, I did everything I possibly could. So first couple weeks, it was looking good. And then that's where the story gets a little bit hairy. So I had heard about the dreaded nose bump, and a couple weeks after having my nose piercing, I realized that I was starting to have a very small little bump on my nose around the piercing. And so I wasn't honestly at first super concerned about this. I wasn't freaking out too bad about it because I had heard, you know, it's a pretty common thing to get a bump on your new nose piercing. So I wasn't freaking out that bad yet. And I was like, okay, I'm sure it'll go away. I'm sure it'll be fine. And it didn't. It only got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I started to freak out even more. And I was like, I don't know. Should I go back? Should I not go back? What should I do? Should I try a home remedy? What should I do? So I left it alone. I kept doing what I needed to do, and it only got bigger. But then all of a sudden it would go down. It would go back down and it would look normal. And I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God that this thing went down, right? So it would be fine for another couple days, and then it would the bump would come back and it would get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm going to insert some pictures so you guys can see right now what it looked like, but it got big and it was embarrassing as heck. Like, I didn't really want to go anywhere. I couldn't really cover it up with makeup because I'm not supposed to be using makeup, and this went on for like weeks. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have to clean it for 6 to 8 weeks. I'm not for sure. This has been, you know, a while back now. So I did it for then, and I kept continuously cleaning it because even past the 6 to 8 weeks, because this bump just kept coming back. Like, it would not go away. Like, it would go down, but then it would come back a couple days later and it would just get big, honk and big. Like, it was no joke. Like, it was freaking big. And every morning I'd wake up and I would be like, oh my God, is that bump any better? And I'd run to the mirror and I'd look at it and it was like even bigger, and it was terrible. It was awful. It wasn't super painful, but it was starting to get painful, and I thought, well, I don't know why it gets big and then it gets small and then it, you know, this whole thing. So I ended up contacting a piercing professional, and they were like, you can either take it out and put in a different material. I was under the impression that I had surgical steel, and I don't know, I have my belly button pierced, so I've never had a problem with surgical steel in my belly button, so I don't know, like, I don't know. By this point, I was just frustrated, and I was like, I was just kind of done with the situation, to be honest with you guys. Like, I wanted my nose pierced so bad, but this bump that just got huge as hell on my nose and was embarrassing as heck was just crazy, and I couldn't get it to go away. So I ended up trying some home remedies like the aspirin, crushing up aspirin and putting it like on a paste onto your nose and letting that set, and just everything, and nothing would help. So I finally got to the last straw and I was like, I am just done with this. Like, no, I don't even need my nose pierced. Like, forget about it. Like, I just do not want this big honking bump on my nose anymore. So I ended up watching a bunch of YouTube videos on how to get a corkscrew nose ring out. And I watched like so many of these, and they made it look so easy. But then I went to the bathroom and tried to do it on myself, and it was kind of painful, and I could not get it out. And I was freaking out, and I told my husband, I was like, I cannot get this out of my nose. Like, it will not come out. So I'd watch more videos, and by this time I was panicking. What if I can't get it out? You know? So my husband ended up taking a pair of, I think they were pliers, and he cut it out of my nose. Yes. My husband cut my nose ring out of my nose and it went flying, and I was able to take the other piece out, and I was so relieved to get that out of my nose. And my next concern was, I really hope that this bump goes down and my nose looks normal again. So I was just terrified. I mean, you really just do not want a big bump on your nose for the rest of your life, right? Like, most people just don't. Am I happy that I got my nose pierced? Yeah, I am happy that I went and got it done, and I thought it looked really nice. I really loved it. But all in all, I don't really feel like it was me, and it just didn't work out. So if you ever get your nose pierced and you get the dreaded bump and you can't get it to go away, but you're worried that the bump will never go away, I'm pretty sure it will, so don't worry about that. It will eventually go down on its own and be just fine. So, I mean, I could have, traded it out and tried a different material in my nose, but I was so frustrated and it was quite painful. I could not imagine taking this out and putting in another one, and I was just done with it, honestly. I was just over it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!